Hi ladies, so today I did crochet braids on my hair. I used Havana Mega 14-inch braid hair. This hair was $4.99. I bought it from my local hair store. The usual hair at my hair store is like $6.99, so if yours isn't $4.99, don't feel bad because I usually have to pay that much anyway. I bought a 14-inch, but seeing as how I cut most of it, you can probably just get a 12-inch and you'd be fine. I used about 5 packs of hair. I used color 1, although I usually like to use color 2. Somehow I only bought 1 bag of color 2, so I just used the color ones. I started off with 6 packs, but I didn't use the 6th one. There's no particular order to the way that I braided my hair. Well, to the way that I put the twist in. I braided the hair straight back, and then you'll see if you continue watching the video that just where the part is that I crisscrossed the braids. The rest of them are just back. I did 8 braids, and that's about all. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, keep watching. Straight to the back. And then you can see in the front, that's where I crisscrossed the 1 braid. That's where I want my part to be. I want a side part. So I did a little crisscross right there. And then other than that, everything else just goes straight back. So I'm going to braid 4 braids on each side together, and then I'm going to sew them down using needle and thread. I'm going to unravel the twist. Make sure you keep a hold of the little loop that's at the top, and then from that loop you are going to use your crochet device, well, utensil, whatever you want to call it, and you're going to put it through your braid, and then you're going to hook the hair onto the crochet device from the little top part of the twist that you're holding on to. That probably confused you more. And then you're just gonna pull it through the hair. So you're gonna pull it through the braid, and then you're gonna use one of the 2 ends and pull that through and tie. So continue to do this all over your head. There's no particular amount of hair that you need to put on each braid. Just space it out as need be. I tend to space out more in the back since you won't see that as much, and put it closer together in the front so that way it looks real. Start cutting the hair. You can just do a blunt cut across the hair. I started off cutting it a little bit longer down so I didn't mess up, and then as you're cutting the pieces in the front, I would try to shape them up a little bit, so maybe cut them in a V shape. That way as the hair comes down, it comes to a point instead of just being straight across, and it'll give you a little bit of more well, it'll make it look more real. Continue to crochet the hair in and then cut it as I go. So I crochet a pack of hair in, and then after that I cut that hair. So at this point I'm not very confident in my hair. It didn't really look that great. If you get to this point, just keep going. That you can't see me cutting in this shot. I was very focused on my hair and didn't notice that the scissors weren't in the camera, but I'm just cutting straight across big chunks of hair. I'm not going through and doing the V shape. I'm just I'm cutting some pretty big chunks in this one. Just make sure that you're cutting downward. Don't overthink it. There's really no good way to describe how I'm cutting or what I'm cutting. I'm just grabbing pieces of the hair and I'm cutting it and I'm shaping it. At this point, you have a lot of hair in your hair, so there's plenty to cut. Alright, so just keep cutting. Just keep cutting. Just keep cutting. Just try to make sure that you don't take too much length off, but just continue to cut the hair until you get it to the shape that you wanted. And just make sure you don't cut too much, because there's no going back if you cut too much. You can always cut more if you don't cut enough. And then wham, bam, ka-cham, here we are, the finished product.